Hi, I'm Darnell with Live Young Lifestyle, and today we're talking organic. What does it mean and why should I buy it? Now, you're at the grocery store and you're buying the fruit for your morning smoothie. Do you buy the fruit that is organic and a little bit more expensive? Or do you opt for the more conventional, cheaper produce? And the same with like those organic carrots, which are pricier than the conventional ones. That's what we're gonna talk about. And first of all, to be certified organic, there's actually some really strong regulations that make something organic, and we're gonna go over those. So organic means food produced only using feed or fertilizer that is of plant or animal origin. So there are no chemical fertilizers, growth stimulants, antibiotics, GMOs, or synthetic pesticides. And this means you are not using any chemicals. We're repurposing manure as organic fertilizer to naturally improve the health of the soil instead of using those chemicals. And the farmers use crop rotation instead of chemicals to improve the soil so that you have a naturally balanced soil that is mineral rich. So does this cost a little bit more? It does if you're being certified organic, because to get those certifications, it costs farmers some money. So now we have to figure out, is it worth it to buy organic? The main reasoning is because of the pesticides, and pesticides have been linked to all kinds of things. You know, infertility and birth defects and cancer and hormonal imbalances. There's been this huge surge in thyroid conditions, which is the metabolic process and that kind of hormonal system that regulates your entire body. So when you're eating organic, you're getting rid of that direct contact between your food and the pesticides. In addition, organic food is not genetically modified. That's one of the criteria for being called organic. And so when you have a genetically modified produce, you're basically making sure that it's either protecting itself against like different insects, or it's having a longer shelf life, or it's able to grow more productively. And because of the rotation of the crops that organic farmers use, the soil is richer. And so there has been some studies that show that organic food is higher in antioxidants. So if we're buying organic, we're supporting the farmers that are making our earth a little bit healthier to live. So that's a good thing. So now we're gonna talk about the labels, because even the labeling of organic food can be a little bit confusing. So if a label says 100% organic, yep, you're right, that's completely 100% organic. But if a label, like on a can of soup, for example, says organic, not 100% organic, but just says organic, it means that 95% of the ingredients in that soup are organic. And if a label says made with organic ingredients, only 70% of the ingredients in that food needs to be organic. And then the last one is certified naturally grown. Now this is a grassroots movement because it costs money to have that certification saying that you're organic. So there's a lot of farmers that they don't want their prices of their produce to go up. And so they have this grassroots movement that is certified naturally grown. So that's another thing to look for. I'm very aware of like what's organic and what's not. But when I went to the grocery store to even stage this kitchen, I got tricked, and I'll tell you why. This product here, which are grapes, they were in the whole section that was supposed to be organic. And there is a little label on here that says non-GMO. So these are non-genetically modified grapes. But there is a label if you buy produce from a supermarket, not from a farmer's market, but from a normal supermarket. If it is organic, it will start with a 5-digit number on the label that starts with a 9. If it's non-organic, it will start with a 4, and it's a 4-digit number. So this number, I didn't have my readers on at the time, but this number is 4056. So that shows me right here that I just bought a product that is non-organic, and I thought it was organic, and it just happened to be in the organic section. But this little stamp makes you think that it's healthy because it's non-genetically modified. It's full of pesticides. And this is a head of cauliflower. Now it says organic all over it, and if you go to where the barcode is, you'll see that 5-digit number, the PLU number, that's 94079. And so I'm pretty sure about this product. So there is an organization that ranks the produce based on the amount of pesticides found in them. And that's the Environmental Working Group. And they have come up with the Dirty Dozen, which are in the 12 types of fruits and vegetables that have the highest percentage of pesticides. And you really, really want to avoid them. So if you're going to buy those produce, you really need to buy organic. They also have a list called the Clean 15. And those products are safer to buy with conventional farming. So like melons are one of them. This has a really thick skin. It is part of the Clean 15. You do not need to spend the extra money to buy this organic. You can buy this with conventional farming. The same with pineapples, avocados as well. These avocados that I have here are not organic. That's not always the rule of thumb, whether you eat the skin, because you would think that if you had a cauliflower or broccoli or something like that, that it would be in the Dirty Dozen, and it's not. Cauliflower is in the Clean 15. So I don't know if this particular type of produce, bugs don't really like it so much, so they don't have to use so many pesticides. I'm not really sure.
Here you go, Slick. Enjoy.
Ow, ah! Hi, I said no salt!
Because I grew up on a farm and I know what pesticides can do, I try to buy everything organic that I possibly can. And it's not just because of the pesticides that I'm literally ingesting into my body, but it's also, I think, what we're doing to the planet. So that's a big part of why I choose to buy organic. I know there are going to be a lot of you that are going to comment below saying, you know, organic produce costs way too much money, or I don't have access to organic produce or farming and things like that. So I'm going to give you a little bit of advice as far as how to eat organic on a budget. The first is use your freezer. So chances are, if you can find frozen organic fruit and vegetable in the freezer section of your supermarket, it's going to be a lot less expensive than the fresh version. So another thing you can do is buy organic when it's in season and freeze it in a glass container. Freeze it for the winter or for off seasons. Another thing is if you're making soups or stews and things like that and you're doing it with organic vegetables, make twice as much, freeze the rest of it. So get used to using your freezer. Second one is shop locally. If you don't have a lot of access in your supermarket with organic fruits and vegetables, chances are you're living really close to a farm. There's a website that I'm going to put down below that will show you the closest farms in your area. Talk to your farmer. You can negotiate prices, find out what's in season, and buy locally. There's also a lot of farmers markets that pop up. Make sure that you talk to the farmer who is there, because a lot of times they're not certified organic, because again, that costs money and that raises the price of the produce. But if you talk to the farmer and ask about their farming techniques, are they using pesticides? How are they farming? This is also a way to get to know somebody locally who's growing food, and that is a much more economical way than buying food in the supermarket, which is oftentimes flown in from around the world. So the next way to buy organic and eat organic on a budget is to cook. Cook at home. Like if you were to go out to a restaurant, you're gonna spend a lot more money and you're not gonna have the same quality food as if you bought organic and you cooked at home. Get used to cooking. Buy organic and cook. So the last way that you can eat organic on a budget is to grow your own food. Now I know there's a lot of people out there that aren't a green thumb. Trust me, I have killed many, many plants.
You pull it.
It's not very difficult to do. There's websites and YouTube tutorials all over the place. If there's a certain type of food that you eat a lot, say for example, tomatoes, learn how to grow tomatoes and learn how to garden that organically. And you can then, incorporate that a lot more into your diet. Those are the ways that you can still eat organic on a budget. Use your freezer, become familiar with your farmer, learn how to cook at home and grow your own food. So that's it. That's kind of the tutorial, like the you know, Eating Organic 101. I know it's a lot of information. We'll have some stuff in the description down, you know, below. So when you see the description, it says read more, click the read more. And, you know, really understanding what organic is about and how you can really take care of your health, knowing what's going into your body, that's a really good way to live young.